Who is the lover?
Allah.
Who is Ar-Rahman?
Allah.
Who is Al-Mannan?
La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Muhammad is the messenger, to Allah is our return. La ilaha illallah,
Muhammadur Rasul.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Amen. Brothers and sisters in Islam and other viewers from wherever you are watching this program, we say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That is, may the peace and blessings of Almighty Allah be with you all. Amen. I welcome you to yet another edition of your program, Islamic Focus, powered by the Muslim Media Watch Group of Nigeria. I want to let you know that we have a very, very important guest tonight. And he's a well-known jihadist, a committed and dedicated scholar who traverses various forms of Islamic propagation as well, an outstanding professional in his field. My guest tonight is Mallam, Engineer Muhammad Lawal Maidoki. Engineer Muhammad Lawal Maidoki is a man of many parts. In Islamic gatherings, we recognize people, especially on the MTS platform. We do recognize our members, our colleagues, and our leaders by saying X this, X that. Engineer Muhammad Lawal Maidoki is an irrigation engineer. He's also an agricultural professional in the field of agricultural sciences. But beyond that, he's someone who has committed his life to Islamic propagation from tutelage. And this has spanned several years. He's been in Dawah for about 45 years. And he was the national president of the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria. He was also the former national president of the National Council of Muslim Youth Organizations in Nigeria, NACOMYU. Currently, he is the executive chairman of Sokoto State Zakat Commission. Engineer Lawal Maidoki, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I will be charged by the Sultan of Sokoto if I do not recognize him as the Sadaukin of Sokoto. This week, we'll be addressing the issue of welfare for the masses from the Islamic point of view. And is well positioned for this topic as the executive chairman, Sokoto State Zakat Commission, the type of which we have not seen many of it in all parts of Nigeria. So when we are discussing the issue of welfare for the masses, we think of the poverty that is ravaging the country. We think of disease, an issue of beggars roaming our streets across the north and the southern part of Nigeria. So, my dear brother, Engineer Lawal Maidoki, you are most welcome once again.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. From the Islamic point of view, we have provision that has been given to our leaders and the people in the society how we should take care of the less privileged. Nigeria today, as the giant of Africa, parade the largest number of beggars in our society. What do you think is the cause?
All praises are due to Allah, our Creator, our Cherisher. May His peace and salutations continue to be on noble Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. I'm glad to be with my distinguished brothers and sisters in Ilorin and on this very important program anchored by Alhaji Ibrahim Abdullahi. I would like to first of all say the world itself is a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Most High.
No.
So deviation from the commandments of God Almighty is the basis of all our problems, big and inclusive, and failure for the rich and failure for those in power to do what Allah has commanded them to do.
No.
Today is Friday. Most of the Jummah imams, before they finish their khutbah, they will recite a verse of the Quran. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون.
Meaning,
it's like the people of the world, the Muslims, are not pondering over this last part of the sermons of every Friday. Because Allah has commanded us to be just. When there is justice, there will be balance, there will be peace, there will be tranquility, and there will be progress and development. And it has happened during the early Muslims. If you remember the time of Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, there was even a time that when people give out zakat, there is nobody to give to. Sometimes they hang it, sometimes they take care of animals, sometimes they take care of other creatures. Because people are contented. Now, because of lack of justice, because when you look at the principles of governance, there is what they call the 5 pillars, which the Sharia, the Islamic Sharia is based on. And one of it, even in the present system, the Constitution of Nigeria, any governor, any president that is taking oath, apart from taking oath to protect the constitutions of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, he will tell you he will also protect the people and protect their wealth, and he will take care of their welfare. That issue of welfareism that has been put aside and is replaced by corruption and looting is what now causes most of what we have. Because if there is justice, every leadership, as for example, we are the Muslims, when you believe in Allah first, that He is the Creator, and you submit to Him through Prophet Muhammad, the next thing you are asked is to stand on prayers, 5 times daily prayers. In most of the verses of the Quran, when Allah talk about prayer, He also tell you, Akimu salata wa atu zakat. Wa atu zakat. So this zakat came in as the second to salat. After prayer, and if you look at when you believe, it is first of all you. And you can believe and disbelieve within you.
That's it. That's it.
When you come out to pray, you can pray alone. And when you do that prayer is for you alone. But from that prayer, the next is zakat. Zakat is not for you. Zakat is the right of God. And God in Surah Tawbah chapter 9 has prescribed those to benefit from zakat.
Allah.
And those people are 8 categories. And the 8 categories, there is no discrimination. In fact, it went beyond religion. Because zakat is not only for Muslims. Even non-Muslims benefit from zakat.
They should benefit.
They should benefit from
if
zakat.
they are among the needy.
And with zakat, comes the waqf, which they call endowment. And endowment followed and still spread over zakat and overlap to the extent that even the animals and other creatures, they benefit from this system of zakat and waqf. Therefore, deviating from the injunction of God is what brought about this poverty. Because you know, some of the things that we do, like taking usury, like unnecessary killing in the society, like fornication and adultery,
Overinflation of contract by those in power.
All these things brought about the problems we are facing. That's how it continues. Because even in societies where they don't believe in God, whether in Islam or in Christianity, if they stand on justice, they will have a better life.
That's true.
Many countries in the Europe, some of them are not Muslim, they are not Christians, but they have come up with a similar arrangement of that of Islam, giving rights to whom deserve to be given his rights, and being just. Then it has brought about them at least peace and tranquility and wealth.
That part of the world.
Despite they don't believe.
Thank you very much.
Whether in Christianity or Islam.
Thank you very much.
So it's part of the problem.
Okay.
And this led to people not giving zakat.
Okay.
You see people with hundreds of millions, but they don't give zakat. And this zakat is only 1/40 of your wealth. And for that reason, people have to go begging.
And it's not to be given daily. It's to be given annually.
Annually. But you know the multiplying effect of that, what you give, is promised by God that He will replace it for you here in this world. And then He will also give you a better reward on your Qiyamah. And this problem again of lack of welfareism. Because governments are supposed to look at the people as they are. They have will be looked into and cajoled to look back on those who have not. And they have not. There should be an arrangement from the government side and from the private sector side to take care of their welfare. Because lack of taking care of them, God will be angry with everyone.
No.
That's number one.
That's it.
Number two, you will not be in peace. Because even as you drive now through a lorry and someone just come to your window and say, give me this, you know, to some extent you have been somewhat inconvenienced. Now, it will continue as long as the government and the private sector and the entire people did not come together and say, look, first of all, let's take care, let's do what God has said we should do. And let the rich look back and offer what they can from the right of God, which is zakat, and even add if they so wish to take care of the needy. So everybody that is entrusted with power, as long as he is a Muslim, whether a governor, whether an emir, God will ask him on Yawm al-Qiyamah why he did not support the institution of zakat. Because Allah said, الَّذِينَ إِمَّكَّنَّاهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ أَقَامُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. And in another verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ صَدَقَةٌ. خُذْ مِنْ أَمْوَالِهِمْ. If you are a leader, talk to those under you to give out zakat.
And distribute it.
And distribute it. And there is a way in which Allah said it should be distributed. So the imams have done their own. They have stand on the pulpit and told the leaders and told the rich that you should give zakat. And now it is left for the emir or left for the governor to institute a mechanism that everybody will give his zakat. And in Islam, this zakat, it is allowed if any Muslim refused to give zakat, the governor or the emir has been allowed to fight him even if he is going to be killed until that right of God is received from him, 1/40. If he kills anybody, he will pay ransom. If he is killed, nothing. But that will not stop.
That will not to deliver on the mandate given to him by Allah.
You can't say you believe, and you believe in part of the book, and you disbelieve in part. Allah said, "أَفَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِبَعْضِ الْكِتَابِ وَتَكْفُرُونَ بِبَعْضٍ." Can you choose what you want to follow and what you know? "Udkhulu fi silmi kaffa." If you are going to do Islam complete and in total. But la yukallifu Allahu nafsan illa ma ataha. In another verse, la yukallifu Allahu nafsan illa wus'aha. So that people will not misunderstood that women, you must do everything. No, there is what you can do, there is what you cannot do. But there is a minimum. There is a minimum limit which you must oblige to if you believe in Allah and you believe on the day of resurrection.
Thank you very much. Viewers from wherever you've been watching this program, it's your program Islamic Focus, brought to you by the Muslim Media Watch Group of Nigeria. And today we have the benefit of having the Executive Chairman of Sokoto State Zakat Commission as our special guest on the program. And the summary of what he's telling us is that those of you who have been searching for why we are facing all sorts of crises in the Nigerian society today, he has given you the reason that Allah has promised that if a society exists and those in power fail to take care of the less privileged, the needy, according to its dictate as contained in the Holy Quran, he will visit that community with severe chastisement here and even in the hereafter. It is the commandment of Almighty Allah that those in power, that is in government, and those in leadership, that is those in the royal traditional position, district head, villages, obas, chiefs, and all whatnot, as you believe in God and you pray 5 times regularly, the next responsibility is zakat. If your community are not doing what is expected of them as far as zakat is concerned, you are supposed to do what is expected. You bring out government money, certain percentage, give to the less privileged, resettle those that are displaced, work on their welfare. How come in the European countries and Islamic countries that those who are not on jobs are being given certain amount of money to maintain themselves? And here, those who have worked for 35 years or more are denied their entitlement in form of gratuities, even monthly pension. So, do not search for too long. That's what he's saying. Do not search for too long on why Nigeria is faced with all sorts of problems. It is the handiwork of Nigerians themselves, especially those in power at governmental level, traditional level, local government level, and the well-to-do among us fail to do their responsibilities, and people are suffering. And God says that if you continue to punish people, I will punish you. And that is why those who are kidnapping, we are not saying that is a justification for kidnapping. We are not saying it is a justification for banditry. After kidnapping people, they now try to tell those that they have kidnapped that we have families, we have children, but see what the government is doing. See what our leaders are doing, and nobody is talking. So we have to find our own ways to survive, which is very, very wrong. It's condemnable. Now, Sokoto State has taken a step further by establishing the State Zakat Commission. And putting you there as executive chairman, what do you do in that commission? And for how long have you been doing it? So that other states could learn from what you are doing.
Well, alhamdulillah, you know, this zakat issue, I would like to add one other point.
Now,
we have 5 pillars in Islam.
now,
Apart from belief and salah, next is zakat.
yes.
After zakat is fasting, Ramadan, and Hajj. People are very eager to go to Hajj.
La ilaha illallah.
People celebrate going to Hajj. People are eager to see Ramadan. They save to do many good things in Ramadan.
In Ramadan.
But they forget about zakat. This zakat is at the middle. Anything that is at the middle, you know how important a middle pillar is.
Oh.
And it shows that without zakat, this will not balance. This will not balance. So it is good for everybody to know
The importance of zakat.
The importance of zakat.
Which is in the middle of the pillar of
matter
Islam.
how we neglect it, our solution for peace and tranquility
Lies on it.
Our solution for being, because no matter how you pray, the Prophet said, Wallahi la yumin, Wallahi la yumin, Wallahi la yumin. He didn't believe. He swore by God 3 times he is not a believer. They say, who? He said, the person who ate and belly full, and his neighbors left hungry.
La ilaha illallah.
And the verses of infaq, the verses of feeding the poor in the Quran are more than the verses of salat. So to show you how Islam put importance in taking care of the needy among poor. And remember,
and they are the one we are neglecting.
And remember, there was a famous hadith which Rasul said, among the Banu Israel, there was a woman who was a harlot, but she was walking. She saw a thirsty dog, a dog that is thirsty, need water, and there is no water. She put her clothes in the well, she bring it up, she squeezed, and then the dog was sipping the water, and from that God said He has forgiven her.
Allah.
And there was a woman who is a believer, but she tied a cat because she was so arrogant with the cat, and she didn't allow the cat to go and eat, and she didn't give the cat food, and the cat died. For this reason, God promised her help.
He has rejected what you have done.
Now see the importance of taking care of the needy in your society. So if you deny zakah, you deny the welfare of the downtrodden, you are inviting the wrath of God, as you have said.
Allah.
This issue now, Sokoto state government and His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, we know were colonized by the British, and part of what they did is to jettison the issue of zakat and made it on individual basis if you wish, but they realized that it could play a greater role in helping the current problem in the society. And Alhamdulillah, I wish to tell you that what has been done, it all started with the rearrangement of the Sadaukin committee, which has been there for more than 30 years. But after the Sharia implementation in Tampara in 2010, the issue of Sokoto State Sharia Zakat and Endowment Committee came up, and Professor, late of blessed memory, Professor Igwandu, was assigned to chair the committee. And the committee principally that time does 4 things. 1, it receives zakat and distribute to the needy. 2, take care of the patient, indigent patients who cannot afford medication
in the hospital or at home.
And 3, take care of the psychiatric patients who roam about and have nobody to take care of them. And last but not the least, look at the problems of those who have no shelter, living under the tree or living under the bridge or living elsewhere, and based on the income of the committee, certain assistance were given to them and their house is being renovated. Now the governor then saw what is being done. That was during Governor Aliyu
Wamako Aliyu.
So he made a pledge that from the government force, he will give 2 million naira every month for the committee to do this exercise.
Allah.
And then he has also promised that a list of all lepers, all cripples, all blind in Sokoto State should be made in the 23 local government. And at that time there were about 6,960. And he promised them, I will give you the minimum wage of salary.
Allah.
And that minimum wage of salary that time was 6,500.
No.
So every month,
That has continued to date.
he commits about 45 million to be distributed to the lepers and the blinds and the cripples who cannot afford. And the 2 million will come, and then we take care of the needy in the hospital. So when Professor Gondo died in 2012, I was working in Makalori under the River Basin Development Authority. I was invited to come and take over this office. And the first 3 months, I tried to sit, think, and talk with some other Zakat institutions across the globe under the advice of Professor Kasuli and Ahmed Tutunji. And then we came up with some programs to diversify and then to also take the Zakat campaign to the grassroots. And within 3 months, the governor appreciated what we did. He called me again and said, if this is what you do with 2 million, I'm now going to give you 20 million naira, I don't know.
Allahu Akbar.
And call all the chairmen of the local government. They came. He said, what can any one of you give again to Allah? This is what this man has been doing with this money. And the local government chairman rose up. They came in the hall. They discussed. They agreed. And they said each one of them will give 500,000.
Allah.
And now with this, he said, okay, how much is your money? They said, 11,500,000. He said, okay, my own will be 20, and this is what will be giving you. And Brother Lawal Maidoki, this is an amana. We want you to please do the best you can to channel it in the best form you can. And this is apart from the 45 million that is given to the cripples and others. So, Brother Ibrahim, this is what we have been able to manage and take care of the needy within Sokoto state and even beyond, without discrimination of whether you are indigent or not indigent.
Thank you very much. What we have had so far is one of the best ways we could take care of our less privileged, especially those who are disabled. This is what is being done in Sokoto, which can be replicated in all the other 35 states of the Federation.
Yeah, from committee, when Governor Aminu Waziri Tambuwal came into power, now he made us a commission, backed by the State Assembly. And today we have a full-fledged office, and he has continued to fund this commission to such an extent that now in Ramadan, more than 18,000 people are given Salah, clothing and food.
Thank you very much. It appears we have overstepped our band in terms of time. I won't be able to go further, but ensure you join us next week for the completion of this aspect of the program while we introduce another topic. So our roundup on this matter is that Zakat is an important pillar of Islam, those in government, those in leadership at the community level, and those who are in business and the wealthy people must do Zakat as laid down by Islam. Otherwise, the problem Nigeria is facing will continue. On our program today, we have Brother Lawal Maidoki, the Sadaukin Sokoto and the Executive Chairman of Sokoto State Zakat Commission, being our guest. Jazakumullah khairan. Next week we look forward to seeing you again, inshallah, so that we'll continue. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
All praise is due to the one and only. He is the master of all creation. All praise is due to the one and only. He is the master of all creation. He is the sustainer.